Craps is the big scary looking table with all the people cheering and shouting at it. It's a dice game that has more rules to play than any other game in the casino, but don't worry, you only need to know a few of them to have fun and have the best chances of making money. We're going to break down the basics of what you need to know to get started in this game and understand what's going on. There are a lot more complicated rules that you should look for in a future video, but for now, let's just cover what we need to know. First off, there's only one roller taking a turn at a time, but in between rolls, the dice are placed in the middle of the table, and everyone has a chance to place bets. Now, if this is a brand new experience for you, let me give you a few tips. First, when it's your turn to roll, both dice must bounce off the end wall farthest from you. Tables are quite long, so if you're not positioned towards the middle of the table, you might find that the dice don't make it all the way to the wall, or if you throw too hard, they'll sometimes bounce off the table. So consider where you stand when you pick a spot at the table. Next, when it's your turn, make sure that you never bring the dice out of sight of the croupiers. Craps is a game that many have tried to cheat by bringing in their own dice and switching them out. As such, the croupiers will be on you quick if you bring the dice behind the table, or don't keep them in an open hand. Lastly, craps players are very superstitious, and as such there are certain key words that you want to avoid saying. One in particular is the word 7. If you want to roll a 7, or even if you don't want to roll a 7, just keep it to yourself and root for positive results for everyone.
All right? I feel very lucky right now.
We believe in you, Frank.
All right.
Whatever you do, don't roll a 7!
Those are the three biggest things that will put you in bad standing at the table. Follow those unspoken rules and it will get you off on the right foot with everybody. Now let's talk about the basic concepts of the game, and then we'll get into the best ways to make money while you play. As you can see, there are many different bets to make. Here's what you want though. Each time a new person starts rolling, you want to establish a number to root for and a number to root against. You can either root for a 7 or against a 7, but here's what most people do to get started. Place a bet on the pass line, and it's usually a good idea to just bet the minimum at this time. After the roll, which is called the come-out roll, a couple of things can happen. First, if a 2, 3, or 12 is rolled, your bet is lost. If a 7 or 11 is rolled, then your bet is paid out at even odds. 7-11, just like the gas station. That's a strange rule that just makes the come-out roll a little bit more exciting. If any other number is rolled, then it is assigned to you as your number to root for. The croupier will then place the puck on your number. Nothing is paid out or lost at this point. The game is just beginning. Now you will continue to roll until either your number is rolled or a 7 is rolled. If you roll a 7, your bet is lost. But if your number is rolled, then your payout will depend on how common the number it is. Rare numbers are paid out more than common numbers. For instance, 4 and 10 are paid out at 2-1. 5 and 9 are paid out at 3-2, and numbers 6 and 8 are paid out at 5-6. By the way, once you understand the pass line, then you understand the don't pass line because it's the exact opposite in every way. On the come-out roll, a 2 and 3 will win your money, and a 7-11 will lose your money. And once your number is established, you will win if you roll a 7, and lose if your number is rolled. The only difference is that a 12 will be a push instead of a win on the come-out roll. Right on, so that's how you can blend in at the craps table. We're going to have a video out soon to explain the many other rules that you can get into in craps, but now we want to know, what is the best way to actually make $1 in this game? So let's jump in. Making money in craps is simpler than you might think. First off, there's a lot of bets you want to stay away from. In fact, most bets on the craps board give a 5 to 17% advantage to the house. So don't divert away from the plan into the fun-looking bets. They're tempting, but they'll usually bite pretty hard, so stay away. Here are the bets that you should be placing. 4 bets to cover here. The pass line, don't pass line, come line, and don't come line. All 4 of those bets have close to a 1.4% house advantage. Those are pretty good odds for you, and you could stick to those bets and do fine, but it gets better. On all 4 of those bets, after the come out rule and number is established, you are allowed to place another bet on top of your original bet. If you do this on the pass line or the come bet, it's called taking odds. If you do this on the don't pass line or the don't come bet, it's called laying odds. When laying or taking odds, the payout is organized so that neither you nor the casino has an advantage. These are the only bets in the casino that I know of that don't have a house advantage, and as such, you should always be taking advantage of them. These are really simple bets, but it might be hard to see, so let's go through a few examples. So we're going to start by laying a minimum $5 bet on the pass line here. We're going to do a come out roll and hopefully get a number assigned to us. And our number is going to be 8. So we're going to take odds on that. You just lay it right behind your original bet there. And now we're rooting for an 8. 8 wins it, and a 7 like that will lose it. That's how that works. That's the end of the turn. Same works on the don't pass bar, so let's try that. Minimum bet on there, and we'll do a come out roll to get a number. Same deal. The roll is a 10, so the puck goes on 10. That's our number. If it rolls a 10, we lose now. So we're going to lay odds on this bet and roll again. We're rooting for a 7, and there it is. 7 wins us our bet. So those are the main 2 ways to start off in craps. Pass line, you're rooting for your number that's assigned to you. Don't pass bar, you're rooting for a 7. So let's try this don't pass line again. We'll get a number assigned to us on the come out roll, and the puck goes to 5. We'll lay odds on that right behind the bet, and we'll keep rolling. So now you're going to get 11s and 12s and craps and all that. All these other numbers that get rolled that people are betting on, those numbers don't really affect your bets at this point. The only numbers that affect you is 5 and 7. Your number, if it rolls, you'll lose. If it's a 7, you'll win. Because we're working on with the don't come line now, or the don't pass bar. And there's our 7, so that bet is paid out. So always make sure you're taking odds and laying odds. Starting off with the pass line, you're rooting for a number to be rolled. And the don't pass line, you're rooting for a 7 to be rolled. There you have it. Like I said, we'll have a video out on how to play the more complex bets later, so keep an eye out for that. Go check out our other videos, subscribe, and visit us at knowtheodds.net. We hope that this has been helpful. If it has, please like the video and let us know what you think about it. As always, best of luck to everyone, and happy gambling.